Besides that, you know, going to sleep on duty was a death penalty offense for a Roman soldier. It just doesn't make any sense that they could do that. Now, all right, so well, maybe the Jews or the Romans themselves might have done this. Well, of course not. That would be the last thing they would want to happen. The worst thing in the world for the Romans or the Jews was that Jesus' body somehow disappeared. And they're going to have to go out and deal with this and try to explain what happened. It was in their best interest to make sure that Jesus' body stayed there. And again, we still got the same problem. Even if the Christians had stolen his body, that doesn't explain why they would die for that when they knew it was alive. They wouldn't die for him while he was alive. Why would they die for him when they knew he was dead? And it was all a fantasy, and it was all something they had made up. No, that doesn't make any sense. Listen, if you're talking to somebody at the school, if you're talking to somebody anywhere you run into, when you're in college or whatever, and they say, I don't believe in the resurrection of Jesus. And you say, why? Well, because miracles don't happen. Okay. If you want to start out with that worldview and not believe in anything beyond science and logic and so on, I mean, at least maybe that's a consistent argument. Okay? But let's not have any nonsense about facts or evidence. Let's not have any nonsense to say, well, the facts don't back it up. The evidence doesn't prove that. I mean, in fact, interestingly enough, most contemporary scholars, even those who don't believe in the resurrection, will tell you the arguments for the other competing theories make less sense than the resurrection itself. Again, ask yourself the question, how could Jesus, after being crucified and whipped and speared, roll a ton stone away and the Romans not know it? Ask yourself, how would the disciples be willing to die for Jesus after his death when they knew it was alive, when they wouldn't die for him when he was alive? How could hundreds, perhaps thousands of people have hallucinated and thought Jesus was living? Those explanations don't make any sense. And yet some people want to hold to them because they don't want to believe what the Scripture says. I want to share something with you which is kind of interesting. I think the evidence speaks for itself. He rose from the dead. Now, I want to share something that I found when I started working on this lecture last spring. I want to share oops, I thought I put it up there. I guess I didn't. I want to read something to you. I thought I put this on the overhead, but I guess I didn't. It says it is, but whatever. I was reading the paper last spring when I was working on this. This is right before the resurrection. Before Easter Sunday. There was a quote in the front page. This is a front page story on the Tulsa World newspaper last March. And they had a quote from a man named Reverend Todd Freeman of the College Hill Presbyterian Church. He was the co-founder of the Progressive Religious Coalition of Tulsa. That's the name of it. Progressive Religious Coalition of Tulsa. And this was in the article in March 2012. Now here, listen to his statement. He said, the progressive understanding is you don't have to believe the story of the resurrection is literally true for it still to carry some weight and meaning. In other words, you don't have to believe in a literal resurrection. But listen to what he said as his explanation. Listen to this. He says, but I totally believe that something incredible, transformative happened to the disciples, or the whole Jesus movement would have just faded away. Something gave them courage, we just don't know what it was. That's a quote on the front page of the paper. Something amazing, powerful, transformative happened. We just don't know what it was because we can't accept what obviously did happen, that Jesus rose from the dead. I want to show a little video clip here to end our study. Then I'm going to get up and read a scripture and have a word of prayer. But watch this clip from Jesus of Nazareth.
A tomb has already been provided by a prominent member of your faith who doesn't wish his name to be revealed. Pontius Pilate gave permission before he went back to Caesarea.
Yes, yes, yes. But you don't understand. Why should you? It is of vital importance to us to know where this tomb is.
With all due respect, why is it of such importance? The man is dead.
Well, since you ask, there have been rumors of this Jesus arising from the dead.
You believe this?
But it may prevail upon the superstitious. His followers could easily remove the body secretly, and then they can talk of having witnessed the resurrection. Therefore, can the tomb be guarded?
No, there's nothing to stop you guarding it.
No, there isn't, but it must be carried out by you Romans.
Why?
Well, if we use our own temple guards, his disciples could say that he truly rose, but that his enemies denied it.
What sort of person are you, if I may ask? Hmm? His death is not enough for you.
I think your procurator, if he were here, would agree with me when I say this Jesus could be much more dangerous now that he's dead. Therefore, I should be grateful if something could be arranged.
Very well then. A Roman guard will be posted.
Hey, stop! Who are you? Where are you going?
We are claiming Jesus of Nazareth, who lies here.
What do you want?
To enter the tomb.
Why?
To anoint the body. To bring fresh linen, herbs, spices. It is our custom.
Why didn't you do that when you brought him here?
The Sabbath began. We could not buy them.
What do you think?
As long as you women let them go.
I suppose it'll be all right then. You'll need an army to move that stone. All right, let's go together. But we'll need some help. Hey, Lentulus, wake up! Come with us! Marcus, you watch the bridge. You should call those police too. They're still around. Wait. Back to Rome. Where are you going?
Why do you seek the living among the dead? Jesus is not there.
Jesus is not here.
You sure? I swear by Jupiter and Hercules.
Yes, you've been awake all night and haven't moved from
tombs. That's right. We were given strict orders. Nobody's been near that tomb. And those Jewish priests or whatever they are were with us all the time.
Well then, who moved the stone?
What is it? Did anyone follow you?
No.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Are they still looking for us?
On every corner one sees temple guards and Roman soldiers.
This place isn't safe anymore.
We must go somewhere else.
But where can we go?
I wish we could go to Galilee.
Peter. Peter. Tell us. What shall we do?
We must do what the Master would have wanted.